Ramble.
Welcome to the TryPod. We are the Try Guys. This is episode 1. Woo! We're 4 best friends who try stuff. We have a YouTube channel together. We happen to live particularly insane lives, especially right now. And so this podcast is a chance for us to hang out every week, talk, catch up, and just let you know what we're thinking about. In the past, we've tried stuff like dog sledding on a glacier, and our helicopter broke down and we almost got trapped there.
Yeah.
Didn't see that in the video.
You did not.
And they're going to watch this video too at the same time?
Well,
They
they'll
don't
pick
have to.
and choose.
Do you think they'll be watching, or they'll just load it up in YouTube and listen to it?
That's what I would do. Yeah, I'd probably go to the podcast store.
Drop on by the podcast store, peruse the podcast, grab a bagel while you're out.
I just love being at the podcast store because, you know, yes, you could shop online, but being able to really touch and smell and feel the podcast.
Yeah, and there's all the add-ons. Like you can pick up, some bubble gum. You can get give me locks with that podcast.
Well, there's nothing worse than getting a podcast and getting home and realizing it's not ripe yet. You know, you got to do the touch test.
Got to do the touch test. And we're going to allow you to touch our podcast right now.
Ours is
Squeeze it.
definitely not ripe yet.
I guess just this once, since this is our first episode, maybe we should do a roll call. Because we have like these.
Oh, everybody say your name and one interesting fact about yourself.
Oh God, no!
Yeah.
No, this is giving me anxiety.
My name is Keith. I sound like this, and when I was 10, I taught myself to juggle watching an episode of Full House where they get trapped in a garage, and Jesse puts on a circus for Stephanie, and he juggles. And in that moment, I was able to understand the pattern of juggling, and I picked up 3 balled up socks and started to juggle.
You are such a freak in nature. When I learn about your childhood,
That's crazy.
Keith was that kid that just entertained himself, and like you built a mini golf course.
Yeah.
For your birthday.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Can you imagine that back then that Aunt Becky was super going to be part of this admission scandal? Like, it just makes me.
I didn't imagine back then that anyone would do that.
I mean,
Think of all the things you could do with $500,000.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to remember if I had a crush on Aunt Becky as a kid.
everyone had a crush on Aunt Becky.
Pretty much
Even
why
I had a crush on Aunt Becky.
Pretty much why I married a Becky.
Oh, there you go.
That's
Wow.
right. Yeah. Well, watch out when you guys have kids and go to college. You don't know what Becky's will
Look,
do.
I'm making sure my child gets into the best institution at whatever cost. I didn't know there was another way.
Who was your number one childhood TV crush?
Girl or boy?
I don't care.
Oh, I guess
We
that's
don't-
that's
we don't-
only for me.
We're not choosy here.
Alex Mack.
Oh,
Alex Mack is big, yeah.
That first scene, she's naked in it. That first episode, she's naked.
Topanga for anybody?
She's all wet.
Topanga, right?
Definitely.
Topanga.
Yeah, Topanga.
You know, when I moved out to LA, I saw a Topanga bumper sticker, not realizing Topanga Canyon was a thing. I'm like, man, this dude loves Boy Meets World.
For me, it was Lois Lane in Smallville.
Oh, Kristen Crook.
No,
I don't
that's
know.
Lana Lang.
I don't know who.
She's hot too.
No,
Lois Lane came in
Smallville.
like season 3.
Oh, you're talking about Lois Lane.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
Lana. Kristen Crook was way. Okay,
Was that childhood or was that like young teenhood for you?
Yeah, young teenhood,
Okay.
childhood. I didn't know what girls were in childhood.
True.
Big one for me. Summer Sanders, host of Figure It
Oh,
Out.
yeah.
A former Olympian. You guys watch Figure It Out?
Yes.
Yes.
No, I don't.
It was a
know what that is,
Nickelodeon game
actually.
show.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
I think we actually should
Revive
revive
it.
that show. I was
Do
thinking.
you want to turn this podcast into an episode of Figure It
I'm
Out?
just telling you, I think that was a really good kids game show.
I agree.
And
I had vivid fantasies of being on that show.
You can imagine the React Brothers bringing that to life with their cast.
That'd be amazing.
Like I think that the React Brothers, the Fine Brothers, with the React and the React staff.
I knew what you meant.
You know, the React Bros. It really is like a perfect show for them to produce.
Can we edit out the suggestion where we tell them to make it and we'll make it instead? Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
joining us today, and always, is Miles Bonsignore, our internet digital butler and podcast gremlin.
Hey, what's up, darlings?
Can we call you a podcast consigliere?
Oh, I like that. That's very
What's that
Godfather.
mean?
Oh, the consigliere helped the Godfather kill everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was the guy that approved your stamps.
He also did that for the Godfather.
Yeah.
My childhood crush was Larry the Lobster from SpongeBob.
Ooh,
He was
well,
he you know
he's
he's
ripped.
he's built,
He's
but
swole.
he was always so friendly. He wasn't like a dick. He was the jock in Bikini Bottom, but he was always there to help.
It's a great point. You know, even
Yeah.
in his first episode, you wanted to hate him and you just couldn't.
Squidward's the dick.
Sure.
Yeah. Hit us with that Squidward laugh.
All right, let's keep this roll call going. Eugene, what's your name?
No,
What
I
do you
don't have
sound
an
like? And what's a fun
Don't
fact?
have a fun fact yet. This is like first day of camp or school. Why are you doing this, Keith?
I love it.
There you
Good
go.
morning, campers.
Go to me last. I have to think of an interesting fact.
Okay, Ned.
Hey everybody, I'm Ned. I sound like this. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, home of the Jaguars. Can't say Bortles anymore because he got fired. Foles. My fun fact is I was a chemistry major, and the reason that I became that and wanted to study the wonderful science of chemistry is because I'm a secret pyromaniac, or at least I certainly was as a teenager, and actually so much so that I almost got kicked out of my Boy Scout troop for lighting stuff on fire at the camping site.
Were you like the kid that would like spray hairspray on your floor and then light it on fire and watch it?
Dude, I would do you way better than that.
Yeah,
so
hit
you
me.
can make like flamethrowers.
Are we
out of
teaching kids
bug
at home how to-
spray or hairspray? You can light a match and put like bug spray in front of it, and it just goes like
Were you were match kid or lighter kid?
matches. I didn't have, no smokers in my family, no access to lighters. They won't sell you that at a gas station.
And that's how you get into Yale.
By being interested in combustion.
You hear that, Aunt Becky?
Yeah. You should have just given your kids some matches. She would have learnt. Okay, Zach, what's your interesting fact?
My name is Zach. Hi, hello. This is my sonorous voice. My fun fact, maybe I'll tell you the full story some other time. In the same week, in 7th grade, I almost lost a testicle, and I was on Saturday Night Live.
The same week.
Same week.
Are they related?
No,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Who was the host?
So I actually was on SNL the week before, and during the Saturday night run-through, they cut our sketch. And that week was Al Sharpton, Reverend Al Sharpton was the host, gearing up for his presidential election, and Paris Hilton, fresh off her sex tape, was the special guest, and she was in 2
Very
sketches.
racy of SNL.
Yeah, big time. I mean, she was the biggest thing in the world at that point. It was like,
Simple life.
Yeah,
I think it was before Simple Life. That is hot.
It's hot.
It was. I think she had just done the sex tape at that point, and me and the other 13-year-old boys were so excited to see her, even though I had not seen the sex tape.
That was back when she was taking selfies. She had to turn an actual like camera around on herself.
Yeah.
Those
Did
were the
she
days.
invent the selfie?
She claims she did, but I think the selfie was clearly invented by whoever did the first self-portrait on camera in like the late 1800s.
Yeah.
Van Gogh.
Well, actually, touche. Perhaps it was an artist. Yeah.
So the
Wow.
sketch was Wake Up Wakefield, which is Rachel Dratch and Maya Rudolph as high schoolers.
Oh, I love that
An
sketch,
incredible
yeah.
sketch, but Paris Hilton was not a very good actress at the time.
What?
So they cut the sketch in favor of another one where she just had to sit there and let Jimmy Fallon make jokes about her.
But you were in that sketch, and you were an
I should've-
iconic actor
I
that
should have carried it.
elevated the entire scene.
No, I was a background actor. I held an instrument and occasionally went, yeah. But the next week,
Sounds fun.
they brought the sketch back after my whole testicle fiasco, and Elijah Wood, right before the first Lord of the Rings movie came out, was the host, and that time it aired.
Right before
Wow.
our worlds changed.
Changed forever.
Seriously, your vision of him must have been so different after Lord of the Rings.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
I didn't really know who he was, but I was excited for Lord of the Rings. I had read the books and I was amped for it. Can I tell you, I've actually weirdly, he is the celebrity I've run into most in life. Like there was a
I
couple.
believe we call it celebo on this podcast.
We actually, the official term here at the TryPod is celebo.
Yeah,
My
squeeze
number
those
one-
avocados.
My number one celebo sighting, but I like there
Much
was
better.
a 3-year period where I ran into him like 5 times, and it was like to the point where like I kind of made eye contact with him, and he was like, "Huh," and I'm like, "I'm not even gonna say hi because I've said hello. I've seen you so often."
I mean, he probably
He's
thought you
introduced-
were a distant relative.
Old news.
He's introducing me to his mother. I've met his brother at a different time.
Oh,
like
wow.
we've caught up twice. I mean, caught up. I was like, "Hey man, I don't know if you remember me, but I was on that episode," and he's like, "Oh, cool." but several times. It's weird. It's getting
You
weird at
definitely
this point.
don't remember me, a huge movie star, but this one time when I was a child,
I held a
was
trombone behind you.
I was behind you, and I was a child.
That's
And
the
do you remember
saddest
me?
claim to
I held an
fame
instrument
anyone
and I
could
said,
ever go
"Yeah."
up to. If someone come up to a celebo and said that, that's just the saddest thing I would ever hear.
I also was at an event where he DJ'd once. Like, I cannot escape Elijah Wood.
Really? It seems like it's getting to be a hardship for you.
Yeah, it's a real burden.
Do you guys think I could release a sex tape and get the same thing? I'm just thinking about it because it seems like that sex tapes typically make you super fucking rich and famous.
Yeah.
Like it seems to fucking work. I guess you maybe need to
I
be
think
attractive.
the cultural
lady.
shift is there's a difference now post.
Yeah, it's like a good thing.
I think it's bad now.
No,
What are you talking about? When did it get
I think
bad?
it's worse
Back
now.
to being bad.
Yeah, because I think with like Me Too movement in the digital age, like before, I think it was like leaked by PR, or when it came out, they could spin it in a certain way. But now everyone, I think now it's considered more an invasion of privacy.
What if I say hello? My name is Keith. This is my sex tape.
Like you make it. He's not like somebody.
Well, tell me the most
obviously
recent
that's
sex tape that made someone famous.
Kim Kardashian.
and she's like a
That's the bygone era I'm talking about.
bajillionaire.
I'm talking about like post 2010, 12.
Pamela Tommy Lee.
See,
All right, listeners, you hear us. If you've got a sex tape and you're a famous celebo, drop it so that Keith can follow in your
I mean,
footsteps.
you're right, Eugene. All of the recent celebrity nude things that I can think
Well, they've
of
been
are
leaked.
Like from
about
hacking,
phone hacking,
yeah,
and
right.
that's obviously fucked up.
And
But this,
super-
I'm
But I think
producing
Keith's
this
idea
one.
has some merit.
I'm doing the night vision. I'm gonna have fog.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Fog.
be set. Yeah, it's gonna be set.
to obscure it. You don't want it to
Can I-
be like
can I give
so like vulgar. You want it to be like a little bit sensual.
Yes.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
Yes.
You cannot be the one who sets up the camera. It needs to be, I guess, in this imaginary world, it's your wife Becky who's making. Now I'm uncomfortable thinking about this as a real thing, but she has to be the
Go
one.
on.
She has to be the one that sets up the camera. That way, it's clear that she's spying on you, not you spying on her.
No, I
Because
think Keith can make a self-promotional sex tape. And
Yeah.
he should do like a little vlog intro in the
Yeah.
beginning, like,
Hey, what's up, fam?
up?
Hi, guys.
It's Keith from Try Guys. This is my first sex tape. Never done a sex tape before. A little nervous
Try
about
guys,
it.
try sex tapes.
Yeah. Anyways, Becky is about to come in the room. She's super on board.
And it's like gonna be awesome, but I hope you enjoy
have to
it.
do one.
And then I have like pre-thoughts and post-thoughts that are woven in really well. And I have an expert. I interview somebody about their
interview
sex
Kim
tape.
Kardashian
What do I need to
or
do
Paris
to become
Hilton.
famous?
I do know, based on, I think it'll be the best edited sex tape ever.
Oh yeah.
no, you can't edit a sex tape.
What are you talking about?
You should just watch it all the way through.
Gotta be in the moment.
No. I'm gonna.
You're gonna make a production
I'm
out
gonna have
of
to
it.
edit about 20 sessions to make it look like one, just so it retains the audience's interest.
So, right when I was first dating my lovely wife, Ariel, I don't
Where
know
is
if
this
she wants
going?
to meet-
Where is this going,
Yeah,
man?
I'm uncomfortable with this segue.
I'm into it.
It has a funny ending. We decided we were in France and we're like, oh, we're on this crazy vacation. Let's make a sex tape. And so we started filming it.
Wait,
and-
what?
Yes. But 30 seconds in, we like get to like, it's all set up. We like start embracing each other and the camera runs out of battery. That was probably the happiest moment.
Best thing that
and
could
the
have
best
happened.
thing that could have happened in retrospect.
Well, because there's a lot of people out there who film themselves having sex and they play it back while they have sex with other people or with the same person.
No,
Yeah, it's a huge
Other
thing.
people.
Really? It's
Yeah, so it's like, I'm
let
gonna
me
put on my
show off
tape.
my sex tape.
Yeah, so that it's like the height of narcissism, but it's kind of hot, right? It's
And
like
a
you're
natural
watching
segue
yourself.
into Eugene's fun fact.
Oh yeah, all my sex tapes. I'm Eugene Lee Yang. Oh, okay. When I was a kid and I was bullied a lot, I used to make voodoo dolls out of Play-Doh, and then I would try to find the coolest ways to sort of murk my bullies. Wow. And the most epic was when I would go onto the highway that was near my house, and I would spread my bullies' Play-Doh dummies across the highway, and then I would film them getting run over by semis, and I would be laughing in the bushes. This little Asian kid in Texas. So sad.
I wish we could get that footage.
Yeah.
Oh, it's somewhere in
I
one of my
wanna
dad's.
watch it.
Back old camcorder.
Should we be concerned that as a child you were running into the middle of a highway and
You know,
placing toys?
A highway, or
That
just
wasn't-
a little two-laner?
It was a highway.
It was like
It was like a four-laner, not like
wow.
not like a main way. It was like a country highway.
country.
I don't know
Yeah.
what that is.
County road.
You know, when you live not
I'm a
in-
Yankee.
yeah, it's
New
like
York.
when the highways become more like between rural and urban.
You know, that's like
Yeah.
the speed limit's still 75, but there's not a lot of
not
shoulder
enough cars.
space.
There's not enough cars where a kid couldn't run across and put down Play-Doh.
You know, I'm going to experience highways like that for the first time because the day that we are announcing this podcast, or the day that we're releasing this podcast, we just announced our nationwide tour.
Oh my gosh, Chicago just sold out. Oh my gosh, New York City
We don't
just
know that.
sold
That's not
out.
true. Don't say.
Oh, you better get your tickets now. It's just, you just missed Oregon. It's
We're
sold
not going.
out.
We're not going to Oregon.
We're not.
No, we don't have a Pacific Northwest city, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Not even
unfortunately.
Seattle.
It's not, and people should know we don't get to decide the cities. It's based on like typical tour paths that people take for certain
Routing
markets.
is just a whole different
Yeah.
logistical thing.
Because it's not just any tour. We're gonna have a tour bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna have a big ass bus that's gonna go from city to city. And I guess it would be hard to go all the way up to Seattle and then all the way back.
First question I've been asked by every single person I've told that we're going on tour is, are you going to wrap your bus? Is it going to say the Try Guys around it?
No, well, we got. I was talking to Rosanna Pensino, delightful, tiny
name
person.
Drop.
She's so little.
She's so little. Even with heels, she's tiny, but she's very, very sweet. And she told us from her tour, she wrapped her bus because she thought she should.
Right.
Don't do it because you can't slide the doors and windows open when someone lays a
poo-poo.
dookie in the bathroom.
Oh, that's bad.
And she was like, but you guys are probably fine because we didn't really poop that often.
Oh.
And I said, oh.
We poop a lot. Actually,
Secrets out.
most of our
Try Guys
text
poop.
threads are about poop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore. It seems like when we're traveling, they are. Because
or
when
when
you're
we're
traveling,
eating, doing food videos.
that's what I'm saying. Traveling really sends your gut for a whirlwind. You know, that's the phrase, right? Sending your gut for a whirlwind.
Well, we're going to have a stretch of 7 days where we're not going to see a hotel room. We have 7 shows in 7 days, which is kind of insane. So yeah, we're just going to be sleeping on the tour bus. We're going to wake up in a new city, and it's going to be a real journey.
Like bed, like bunks, right?
Yeah.
It's not like you're sleeping in it.
I'm so excited about that.
Me too.
I'm
it's gonna
actually
be kinda
super
fun.
excited about it.
I'm only nervous because I know that Eugene's going to be able to stand and look at me sleeping.
Okay, we don't need to bring that up. in this
He
We're gonna
loves
bring
to
it up.
watch people sleep.
I don't love
loves
it. How do you love something when you just naturally do it? You know, it's
I feel like you're gonna be the type of person that you're like, I want the top bunk.
I do want the
I
top
don't,
bunk.
because if it has a really
if it
fast
falls,
turn,
then you're gonna fall off.
I would like the bottom bunk.
I like top bunks.
Yeah,
Have we
I
not
would
discussed this
also
yet? Are you
prefer
three
the
bottom bunks?
In life, obviously, I want the top bunk, but on a fucking bus, I want the bottom.
because you don't want to be
No.
smashed by the top bunk when it crashes down. on you.
Actually, I believe that there is one big bed in the back, and I believe I will be sharing that probably with Keith.
that's how it works.
Because I have a bad back, and he has a freakishly tall body.
Spicy.
I do want to see if I even fit in that bunk bed situation.
I don't know. I don't understand the preference for top bunks. To me, top bunks are total and utter bullshit.
Whoa!
Who wants to climb a fucking
It's
ladder
true. When
to
you have
go to
pee,
sleep?
or when you wake up having
Or
to pee.
yeah, if you have to pee in the middle of the night.
Oh my god, I have so many bunk bed stories. I'm realizing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 2 that are jumping to mind. One, when I was a kid. Okay, I'll start with this. When I went to sleepaway camp as a kid, I hated making my bed. I despised it. And you guys didn't go to sleepaway camp, right?
I went to like a
Oh, you did?
1
Okay.
week sleepaway camp.
Yeah,
so
no,
it
I went
hardly
to
counts.
I went to Jewish sleepaway camp, which is like 4 or 8 weeks. Parents
I
are
worked at
like,
one.
"Get the fuck out of here! Let us have a fun summer without you."
Y'all do any flamethrowers though?
we didn't because we're trapped on this in this bunk. But I hate it. You had to make your bed before you were allowed to go get breakfast. I'm like, this is so stupid. I'm just gonna get back in my bed. So I came up with a hack. This was when I was like, what? And I was super young. I slept in a
11.
the first day I made my bed, made it so tight. Every day thereafter, I slept in a sleeping bag because I'm like, I don't have to make my bed. I'm just sleeping in a sleeping bag. I didn't think about like germs at that point. So I was just sleeping in one unwashed sleeping bag for 4 weeks.
Sounds nasty.
It is nasty.
You also probably just looked so stupid.
I did look stupid. So one night,
This like military Jewish summer camp. I thought it was about the arts and about having fun. This is like, you shall make your bed before you have eggs.
I did end up going to an art one after, but all sleepaway camps are the same. They like love that
This
cleaning discipline.
wasn't an art one. This was like a military one.
No, it wasn't
Most
a
of them are
military one.
sports.
Sports, yeah.
Sports
Which is
and
why I
crafts,
then
arts and
transferred to
crafts,
the
yeah.
artsy one.
So I worked at one.
Yeah.
So I was the person who had to make the children clean every morning.
We had like a chore wheel, and every morning you had to do this. But wait, listen to this. So my sleeping bag was longer than my bed. So it was a child's bed. And so one night, in the middle of the night, the excess sleeping bag fell off the bed, and the weight of it started pulling down, and I woke up in free fall. Where the weight of the sleeping bag pulled me off, and I just woke up falling in the air. And it felt like I was falling for an eternity, and then boom, and the back of my head smacked the floor. And the rest of the kids just kind of heard like boom. Ow. And I left the sleeping bag, got into bed. I'm like, I'm making my bed every day. I don't care.
Wait, was this top bunk or bottom bunk?
Top bunk. Yeah, that's the point.
That's why you don't want the top bunk, because sometimes you might die.
Okay,
Nah, top
Eugene,
bunk-
make the case for the top bunk and try to avoid like, oh, I want to be a top or I want to be a bottom type of, stuff.
Okay, he wasn't going to do
excuse
that.
me.
It
He
is
wasn't.
implied. It's implied.
Excuse me, gay rights.
implied.
When you're on the bottom, you can kick the bed on top of you, making you a real power bottom, which I love.
I don't like how straight culture has now decided that they can talk about tops and bottoms.
Okay,
I don't.
just knew
Get
that you
a
were
dick
gonna-
in your ass.
I
and
won't
you can talk
knew
about
you
it.
were gonna go there, and I wanted to head it off because I want to actually talk about beds.
No, it's okay. The culture shifting. Straight guys are now like, ooh, I'm like power bottom, and I'm
Is
like,
it-
you have no idea what that means, buddy.
Does it work the same way with slang where once straight people start talking about tops and bottoms, gay people are like, we don't do that anymore. We just dock.
Oh, I told you what that was. Yeah. Do you not know what that is?
Docking's the funniest
It's
one.
very funny. Yeah. I'll tell you after.
I know.
I'll
what
tell
it
you when you're
is.
older.
I know
It's
what
like
it
a
is.
space station. It's like a spaceship
when they're
coming
trying
into
to
a space
connect
station.
the alien ship that's abandoned with the spaceship.
We have to
Miles, you know what I'm talking about?
I know. I've seen
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I know.
I think
I'll show you a video
You've
later.
seen it.
I've seen a picture.
I've seen it.
It's fun.
I've seen a picture.
Yeah, I googled it one time and I was like, "What's that?" It was
probably-
alarming.
We don't need to explain. Anyway,
The case for the top bunk.
yeah, top bunks. It clearly is not a safety case. I think it's just out of pride.
Well, you
It
like
is
the
solely
thrill.
out of the thrill of being the kid who has the feeling that it's like getting the front seat. It's like getting shotgun.
So it is about being a top.
Yeah.
Emotionally.
Spiritually, yeah.
Yeah.
So I still have
See,
that.
You're
that-
like king. You're king of the world when you're up there.
Of course, and if there's an earthquake and if the bunk bed is like not stable, you would smash your friend.
Oh my God, I thought about that all the time.
Yeah.
Being on the bottom bunk is terrifying. I was convinced that it would crush me.
Because
Yeah.
it creaks. And you hear it.
But what actually happened to you? You fell out of the top bunk, woke up in free fall.
That's true.
And you potentially have an undiagnosed concussion.
Once a lava lamp fell on my head, and I feel like I got an undiagnosed concussion.
Well, how does a lot? Was it turned on? Was it hot?
No, thank God.
That would have burned.
I
And
had
hurt.
it on a top shelf, and I was like I was reaching out. You know when you're lazy in bed and you're trying to like reach, but you should just get out of bed and walk over and get something, but instead you reach like a goon across the room.
Did you reach with your foot to try and grab
No,
it?
I laid off my bed with my torso dangling off as I was reaching to open a drawer that had something in it, like my Game Boy. And as I
Game Boy Color?
Yeah. And as I pulled the drawer open, I didn't realize that it had snagged the cable of the lava lamp that was on the top of the shelf. And I opened it, and as I was reaching for my Game Boy, I just get like thwacked with a heavy glass bottle in the back of my head. And I don't really know what has happened in that moment. I'm just like, oh! Because when something just hits you in the back of the head, you don't make a very good sound. Like, and then I like laid limp there, and like, I was like, "What just happened to me? What happened to me?" And then I looked and I saw it's a lava lamp, and then I like laid for another like minute, like being like, "Am I alive? Am I okay?" And I touched the back of my head, and there was a big bump there. I'm like,
No
"But
blood.
no blood. Thank God. There was no blood. It didn't break the skin, but I was like, wow. Ouch. And then I
You know what it
played
would
Game Boy.
what would have been cool is if your skin broke and the lava lamp broke and the lava lamp went into your bloodstream and you became
a
Alex
superhero.
Mack.
Oh, I was about to say a superhero called Lava Lamp.
That would've been cool,
That's
too.
good too.
Yeah.
She was.
What are lava lamps' powers?
Your lava lamp power is if you touch an outlet, you glow and bubbles start popping around.
Power of my bubbles.
Like, what if you vomited what looked like lava lamp bubbles at your
Captured
opponents?
people. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I think you're selling it short. I think a lava lamp superhero would be cool. Your body could become that goo like Alex Mack, and you can shoot hot goo at people.
Right. Or maybe it's not even hot. Maybe it's just makes
goo?
people psychedelic.
Gelatinous, yeah.
Man, it's just funky. I just make
Yeah,
people
funky.
disco dance.
You're just visual LSD.
I feel like the hero would be named Lava Lance.
Okay, now we've taken it too far.
I also just remembered the time that I woke up and my bed was on fire.
What?
What?
Wait, what?
I had one of those electric
Stop
blankets.
plugging stuff next to your bed.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what happened.
Wait, this is horrifying.
Yeah, it was probably one of those things.
How
that
old were
gets-
you?
I don't know. It's a very, very hazy memory of
Young.
my bed being on fire and me
Wow.
screaming. And I think it wasn't like the whole bed was aflame. It was
But
just
you woke up and there was a fire at your
there was a
feet.
small fire at my feet, and I screamed, and my dad came in and
Oh my god.
know,
Patted it out.
patted it out.
Now, speaking as a outed pyromaniac, I'm not into that.
Well, you don't want to be on fire.
You know, based on these stories, Ned, I think you'll have to take the other top bunk. It just, you know.
Well, we're just clumsy.
you guys, they're so clumsy.
Yeah, well, they're already on a bottom bunk.
We're in
together.
bed.
Yeah, we're in
bed.
the master suite.
Nice.
Yeah, the
There's no
master-
master suite on the.
I think there is a master suite.
It's made for like a single artist.
Really, I thought there's like 8 bunk beds.
We'll have to see. We haven't actually bought our bus yet.
Yeah, I can't believe we brought up sex tapes and docking in the first episode. Like,
Well,
people are gonna think
it
we're
happens.
just 12-year-old boys.
This is it.
All
we
right.
did it.
All right.
But you know, it's interesting. You know, gay culture. We see any straight man, and we can immediately tell if they're a top or a bottom or verse. Because
Hit
being
me.
a bottom isn't bad. That's the thing. A lot of people, oh, you're a bottom. It's like, no, there's a huge amount of people who bottom all the time. But it's more just the energy, right? Yeah, because people are like, oh, this aggro dude is for sure a top, and it's like, nah.
All right. Well, hit us.
You want it right now?
Yeah,
We're
you
not
can't-
putting that in the
What do you
first
th- you-
podcast.
All right.
Yeah, we
well,
got to save
tune
that
back
for the
next week.
69th.
Come back, subscribe on wherever you subscribe to find out. Well, maybe once a week you'll tell us who's a top and who's a bottom. We'll tease it out over the course of a
Well,
month.
okay, I'll start with you, Zach, then.
Well, it's next episode 2.
No, tease.
Oh,
don't
really?
tell him.
Ah, but then you
tell-
gotta
it's
give him a
gonna
taste.
kill him.
Okay, well,
Classic
Zach's the most
power bottom
obvious.
move.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
All right,
Let's
so I think we
continue.
have some agendas from.
Yeah,
the-
Miles, what are we doing today?
Well,
the
boys,
word?
today's our first episode, so I'm
You're like our Bosley.
Thank you so much. I'm going to
Does
be
that make us
asking.
Charlie's Angels?
Yeah, but there are 4 of us, so one of us has to go. Please
many
continue, Bosley.
Well, boys, it's your first podcast episode released to the public, so I'm going to be asking you some first date questions so new listeners can get to know you.
Wow.
First date.
Wait, first date questions?
Like,
Yeah.
what-
Someone put a list together to ask your first date?
Mm-hmm.
So weird.
As someone who was hopelessly dating for a long time, I can tell you that you start to doubt yourself, and so you start Googling things, be like, what the fuck am I supposed to talk about on this thing?
Yeah.
I've definitely Googled some of these before, and then they're like, oh, these are all horrible.
Yeah, I googled what to ask on the first date, and there were different tiers. It was like, okay, before the meal gets there,
Oh, okay.
and then
Wow.
after the meal gets there.
I love this.
You guys have all been
Is
though,
it-
like date 2 or date 3, and you're like, fuck, I think I'm out of things to add. It's like before natural charisma and like your before your natural way of being together takes over, you just like run out of things to talk about.
Imagine this: we're all sitting down at dinner. We all look very pretty.
Oh, okay.
What was the appetizer?
Yeah, what?
We had
Where in the meal are we?
wasabi dumpling.
I don't like wasabi.
Wow, I don't go for such
Looks
a
like it didn't
spicy
go
meal
well.
on a first
Wait, it's
date.
just a dumpling full of wasabi.
It's terrible, Mom.
It's a fusion restaurant. It's
Oh, horrible.
God,
My first
Miles.
question is, what the fuck are we doing here?
new. My friend told me about
Wasabi
it.
peas are mostly peas. Wasabi dumplings are all wasabi.
It's new. It's new.
Oh,
Okay, so we're crying from the exorbitant amount of wasabi we've been eating.
it was $25.
Yeah, it's very
So
expensive.
expensive.
What was your major?
I was originally a French horn performance major, and then I switched to be a theater major like a week before college started.
Being a French horn major, what does that entail? What is it like?
You were a French horn major?
Performance major.
But is it like the history of French horn technique? Like how many fucking French horn classes can you take?
It's a general music performance path. So you do learn music theory, you learn other like music classes, but in general, the whole time you're there, you're supposed to be studying to be a really good French horn player so you can enjoy the Chicago Symphony Orchestra as their French horn
How many
player.
job openings would you say there are?
I actually looked because I looked because I thought about
Competitive market.
could I get back into French horn well enough to like try. I thought about making a video where I take a month to train back up and then audition for a place where I could audition to be in their
Seems
symphony
reasonable.
orchestra.
That'd be so rude of you in this limited job market to take a
they
job
would
from someone who
murder you.
needs-
Oh, I would not
Yeah.
I don't think I get in. But you have to prepare so much like dense literature, and then there is though a big posting of the jobs.
I mean, we're going on a 20-city tour. You got to figure each 20 of those cities has a symphony orchestra. So that's, you have 2 French horn players per orchestra?
Well, we're gonna need
4 to
it.
5.
4.
Based on the crazy show that we're planning, we're probably going to need at least 3 French horn players per show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a couple freelance. So we're
Oh yeah, our
easily
tour's
looking
gonna
at
have a
$1.50.
30-minute French horn break.
It's just me practicing.
Just you putting up your little flimsy metal stand.
By the end of it,
You're saying, children, you cannot leave your seats. Yeah. Man, so wait.
I like how this is a first date question for college students. Like, I don't know that I've talked about my major. Like when I meet someone, it's
what are
really
you
not
talking about?
something-
Your major comes up all the time.
Well, I know I mentioned it earlier on this podcast, but like when I meet a friend at a party, I don't think
tell us.
Well,
first
I
date.
was a chemistry major. I went to college thinking I wanted to study engineering, and I fell in love with chemistry. Worked at a chem lab my freshman summer, a basement laser spectroscopy lab doing physical chemistry, and I figured, hey, I can do comedy with a science degree, but I might not be able to do science with a comedy degree. So I formally studied science while I was doing night shows at Second City and IO in Chicago.
Nerd.
Your words are hurtful, and this is exactly what causes people to think they have to pay a lot of money to get into a nice college.
I mean, to be fair, we're all total nerds.
Yeah.
Especially based on our majors.
Yeah, but when he says it like that about me, it's in a way where he thinks the things that he's nerdy about is cool, but he doesn't think the things that I'm nerdy about is cool.
I actually, to be honest, I'm very jealous. I was a late to life science lover. I think I just had shitty science teachers, but I love like biology. I've always
Sure, blame it on the teachers. Oh, come on.
No, that's true. I mean, well, in senior year, I
They
had
have a big impact.
Senior year of high school, I basically had enough credits for the colleges I was looking at. I didn't have to take a science class. So I'm like, yeah, dope. I'm not going to take that. And I regret it. Like chemistry, you know why? Because chemistry in high school is so math based. And I'm like, this is just a fucking secret math class. I don't want to do this. Whereas conceptual chemistry, so fascinating.
Yeah, well, I also like the
math part.
The math
Yeah,
part too.
It is mostly math.
I hate math.
Yeah.
But it is one of the
It's-
ones you have to get through to get to the conceptual
mostly
stuff.
math.
It's a lot of math.
It's
like-
enough math.
It's the most math out of the basic
It's-
sciences.
no,
you take.
physics is the most math. Chemistry is
Oh, you're
right
right.
there in
I
that
also
danger
hated
zone where you
physics.
get a little bit of theory, a little bit of math. It's the best of both worlds.
I took in college, I took an evolutionary biology class, and that was just like theory and literature
Oh,
and
yeah.
reading. And that is the
Biology's
cool.
just about
It's amazing.
monkeys fucking each other.
We took a one class on evolution, which was fascinating, and then it
bonobos.
became about how evolution can teach us about human behavior. And then the second half of the year was about morality. Taking what you learned about evolution and how we got here and how does that impact your understanding of morality. Fascinating.
That's cool. I feel like I took the exact same class in college. I wonder if all classes teach some sort of an evolutionary biology, like teaching kids about animals and then teaching them what that means about being human.
You know, I kept all my books and all my writing, and over Thanksgiving, I found them. Like I have this big box of like all my college learning, and I underlined, as I read. That's how I process information. And I'm slowly going back through the books to see if I can be as smart as I was in college.
Oh,
I've lost
I
half
was
that
much
shit.
smarter as a child, I feel.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Well,
definitely.
you start getting dumb at like 28.
Yeah, Einstein
Your
did
brain
most of his
starts
work like
getting
before
dumb.
age 24.
My
When I think about some of the math classes I took in
summer.
college, it's like a black hole. Like I took linear algebra, differential equations, multivariable calculus.
And people are going to turn off the podcast.
Can I? But like, if you ask me what's the deal with each of those things, I would struggle to come up with even like the most basic And linear
What's
algebra.
the deal with linear algebra?
Well,
Is it
Keith,
all in a line or what?
Something about matrices.
Well, that's so interesting. I guess our entree's here.
Oh my gosh, what are we eating? Horseradish stew?
A wasabi steak. Wow.
A pot roast pot sticker.
That sounds great.
It's only a dumpling
restaurant.
I don't know. It's new.
Wow.
That actually sounds bad. Sounds a bad restaurant.
That sounds good.
Pot roast pot sticker?
If you were to win the lottery, what's the first thing you'd buy?
How much money did I win? Is it the Mega Millions?
It's Mega Millions.
Mega Millions.
How,
It's
it's like
Mega
what,
Millions.
like
Like hundreds of
$480
millions?
million?
Yeah, you get like $100 million.
That's too much.
Well, first thing I do is pay my taxes like a good American. They take a lot out of it when you win the
prize
lottery.
tax.
It's just boom.
I would probably try and keep it a secret. You know, there's all those stories about
Ruins
how
people's
winning
lives.
the ruins people's lives.
Ooh, I would buy a school. I would start a college.
It's not a college.
Yeah.
I think that's a lovely idea. I'd actually, if I were to
Youth
do that, I would
University.
start not a college, like an elementary school or like or middle school, something for like.
Well, my TAs can go to your middle school and elementary school to learn to teach
Well,
at Keith College.
What's
be
your
cool.
philosophy at Keith College? What separates you from the other universities?
Rely on the sex tape. It's like everybody there is going to learn to have a really good profession, and then
Mandatory
also
sex tape.
there's also like a mandatory class where they learn how to make the perfect sex tape. It's a good idea.
I'm Alexander. I'm a Rhodes Scholar, and I have a sex tape.
See, wouldn't that be if everybody had a sex tape? Everybody could be rich and famous.
It's tough because at a certain point in your life, your answers become incredibly boring.
Yeah.
Because there's very practical answers to what you would do with that much money.
Yeah.
And then the cool answers are when I'm like, what will
Lambo!
what will my 18-year-old self think? It's very
Submarine.
different.
My answer is like not funny, but I would like, okay, first thing, clean water for Flint, and then just like donate to the environment and done. Like,
Well, I would like make my own foundation,
yeah.
like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
But see, those foundations and stuff, that's kind of like the second thought. I think we need to go with the...
So let's go with like,
what's
it's
what's our spending
yeah.
fun? What's our like stupid?
Yeah, what's your fun money?
What's your
fun
gut?
money?
Okay,
Every
would you-
Wednesday, a plane writes Keith in the sky over every major city in the world. Whoa! Every Wednesday.
every major city.
I think you've run out of money.
Oh yeah, for a few
gotta-
Wednesdays.
I think I would fulfill a dream that I put out to Twitter like a few years ago. That was a stupid tweet, but I tweeted the city of Eugene, Oregon, and I asked them about this proposal I had where it was a festival of Eugenes. It's the Eugenes Unite Festival with an EU, NITE. We fly out every Eugene that exists to Eugene, Oregon, so it's Eugene's in Eugene. And the requirement is if you're Eugene, you wear blue jeans. So everyone's in blue jeans in Eugene, who's Eugene. And then jeans and Eugenias and Genies are also welcome, but they have different types of denim they wear.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, I think
Not a bad idea.
I mean,
I think
there's a
it's
huge,
great
there's a grassroots
idea,
movement behind
and I
it.
think we could do it
Yeah.
right now. I
Yeah?
don't think we need to be billionaires.
Yeah, I mean,
to
that is
throw at
true.
Eugene's
we
in
could just make
Eugene
it happen.
Festival.
I've been talking to the city.
They
and I've
said
been-
yes.
I've been talking to their like city planning people, and they're like, "Oh, you have to submit this application." And so I've been, back and forth with them about the realities of. They said they can make it happen.
You could talk to Gap to get a bunch of free jeans.
That's right. That's right. Anyway, that's probably the dumbest thing I would spend money on.
That does align with a dream that I've had where I've always I want to just throw my own concert or / festival, like a music festival, and I just want to curate the lineup.
Who would be your headliner?
At this moment in time,
Oh,
Vampire Weekend.
Vampire Weekend, yeah.
Yeah, but I would
love
like
them.
if I could get anybody. Actually, there's a music festival.
there's a meme going around of people saying this is like Zachchella or whatever.
I saw that.
And they put their
Was it-
lineup of their favorite groups, like the top 3 headliners. What are your top
Guys,
three
by the way,
headliners?
I know this
See,
is-
look, I'm good at these first date
Yeah,
questions.
you're great at
Yeah,
that.
I was
Great
like,
at first dates.
fuck you, Miles, and your wasabi dumplings.
I'm having fun.
I know it's old news by now, but I just watched the Beyonce Coachella documentary on Netflix, and
Yeah.
oh my god, it is exhaustingly exhilarating.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you watched it?
Those are two words that are very different.
No, I think they make sense.
It's so exciting that
Yeah.
you feel drained by it. It's
Nonstop.
like, oh my God. Because I watched it live and you were there live, Eugene.
I was like next to her.
Yeah, and I cannot believe still, like, my jaw drops to the floor that she was able to pull it off. And it's a rare, she like shows her vulnerability in that, like, in the beginning of it, she was coming off a pregnancy. She had to like get back into Beyonce shape and like,
Wow.
it's unbelievable because it's
That's
just such a
epic.
flawless performance.
So that's your top two, Vampire Weekend and
Beyonce.
That's a cool.
I don't think,
headline.
honestly, I don't think I could afford anyone else.
And who's your
I
number
would
3?
just- Arcade Fire.
And what's your 3? The Keith Festival.
Radiohead.
Good answer.
Oh god, this is so hard to choose so quick. Gorillas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, have you seen them?
Gorillas.
No,
On one of the best shows I've ever seen.
that's what I hear, and probably somebody like the Beatles.
Just revive them.
Uh-huh.
The White Walkers come down and touch the graves and raise
Yeah,
them.
the zombie Beatles
What
and the ones that are still alive.
Mine would be Foo Fighters,
Oh God.
David Guetta,
Oh wow.
and Ariana Grande.
Hard pass.
I think
What? You tell. Wow. Wow.
people don't know.
does
It's a
sound
little
like
something
Ned
for
Fest,
everybody.
though,
It's
right?
a little something for everybody. I would have said Red Hot Chili Peppers instead of David Guetta, but I want to fuel the EDM
What does
crowd,
David
and that's
Guetta-
like
what does he-
very top level EDM.
What does David Guetta do?
David Guetta,
He had like every hit song from
he's-
2008 to
he's like-
2014.
a DJ that's elevated.
I know,
to
but,
just
like, give me one of
producing
the
pop
songs.
tracks. I don't know. Don't know any of them.
You know, I was thinking about this with
you'd know them if you heard them.
I was thinking about this with us going trying to change the topic.
Wasn't David Guetta, baby, this is what you came for? Is that
That's the
Calvin
one.
Harris?
Yeah,
Or was that
maybe
Calvin
that's
Harris?
Calvin. I like him.
Oh, he also did the Nicki Minaj feature. It's always the
Yeah.
guest artist who you
They
remember.
have some great original work.
Oh, didn't he do all the? He was the one who did all the original Sia features when Sia was first getting
Yeah.
famous. Titanium.
'Cause he has that.
Titanium, that's the song
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
That's a jam. I love that one.
Yeah, so he's not
I
bad.
wanted to call it Unlimited. I'm like, that's not the right one.
I was thinking about this with us going on tour. Do you guys remember what was your first concert?
Mine was Justin Timberlake. I didn't go to a concert until I was like 20.
Yeah,
Really?
mine was Lollapalooza. That was the first
Oh, wow.
concert I went to, really, because
I mean, that's an easy one to get to.
I just my parents didn't take
Am I the
me.
only one who grew up going to concerts?
Yes,
Yeah, your dad
is
My first one
literally
was,
works
his
in
dad
music.
with every major
Yeah.
band in
My
the world.
my first
Concerts are expensive.
I know. One of my earliest memories is being at a Billy Joel and Elton John concert and falling asleep to "Can You Feel the Love Tonight."
Must be nice.
Very nice memory.
It's a lovely memory. It's also the first time I had grape soda. A wild day for me.
My
Real
bed was
twist.
on fire. That's one of my earliest memories.
I think I would have Beyonce,
Mm-hmm.
BTS, and the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
My second memory in life is being at a Metallica concert and they traveled with a Philharmonic.
Yeah.
And it was
Oh,
like a
that's epic.
full orchestra.
Any Philharmonic, but I love the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
And
They're
I
amazing.
was told, I was standing next to speakers and I had these big, those baby headphones that babies wear to not break their little heads.
Oh yeah, I have some for Wes.
Yeah, you gotta have the baby headphones. I was told, don't take these off no matter what you do. And I just, the second my dad turned away, I took them off. And
Wow.
every sound ever produced flooded into my tiny baby skull.
And that's why you can't hear anything.
I can't hear
can't
shit.
hear anything.
Yeah, I have to turn the TV up way loud.
So Eugene, you mentioned BTS, and this is the most dad thing ever, but I saw those boys on Saturday Night Live recently, and I'd watched a bunch of the music videos, and I was like, okay, they're fun, but I don't really understand why everyone is so passionate about them as a fandom. But seeing them do a live performance, they're such good dancers, and me and Ariel were like, I think we just joined the army. Like we were.
Who's your
hooked.
main?
I don't know any of them. I could not
Tommy.
tell you which one. I like
Tommy.
Ariel likes the one with red hair. I like the one with white hair.
Oh, that'll
Nice.
change every single album.
Okay, all right. Well, need to get to know them better.
Yeah, I was really relying on the hair color to get to tell me who's who, and then they just fucked that up.
Any
on
new
me.
EP, everyone's hair color changes.
Well, it looks like dessert is here,
Better
and
be
we
dumpling.
have a mango sorbet.
Oh boy. Are you my date or the server?
I also work here.
Oh, okay. So
But
this
I'm
is
not
what
working
you just
right
heard about from your friend.
Yeah, I'm not working right now.
Oh.
If you could only watch one movie for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Jurassic Park.
Star Wars.
Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers.
I'm siding with Eugene here. Jurassic Park.
Wow.
Next question.
Yeah, that's
what
the
else you got where we all know
Okay,
that?
well,
If you want to open up just like the black hole of conversation, you ask me and Eugene to talk about Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
The rest of the next hour will
That
be
also
taken up.
exposed, again, our super nerddom amongst the four of us.
Dinosaurs, space opera, fantasy.
Yep.
Yeah.
The holy trifecta of
Yeah.
nerds.
And we like it because it's secretly a horror movie. We've talked about this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was never a secret to me. I was always like, that's a scary movie.
Yeah, I didn't watch that as a kid because it's too scary.
Too scary.
It's too scary.
What's the one movie as a kid that was like you had to turn it off because it was too scary?
It.
Oh, yeah.
I started watching it because my brothers were watching it, and it was terrifying. I was like, "Oh my god, this is so scary! Oh my god!"
That movie is it so scary? I think because it all takes place during the day too, right? It's like where you think you're safe.
And he's attacking children.
Sure.
I'm gonna be real with you. I do not like scary movies, so I had to turn off Double Toil and Trouble with Mary Kate and Ashley Halloween.
Jesus.
That's good.
I like scary movies a lot, and I wasn't really scared of certain movies. I was scared of certain parts of movies. Like certain parts of movies would give me nightmares.
Yeah.
Like in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, when you finally see his eyes, the villain's eyes, that gave me nightmares later. And then
Right, or like in Mary Kate and Ashley Halloween, like their aunt gets trapped in a mirror forever. That's a really scary concept.
I think Keith and I did the same thing. In college, I bought 12 Mary Kate and Ashley VHS tapes for $10 on eBay, and I had a whole collection because I had a VHS.
Can't afford not to buy it.
Exactly. And then in my going away party when I moved to LA, I put each VHS out and I brought friends in one by one and I gifted them a VHS tape based on our friendship. Double Toil and Trouble was the hot commodity.
I had like 6 or 7 as well, but I bought them from a thrift store because I had a combo TV VCR. Remember those when you bought a TV and it had a VCR?
Oh yeah,
the TV. It was,
Right, yeah.
So I had that. That was my TV in college,
Those are
and
sick.
of course, like everything was obviously a DVD player, but I didn't have that, so I bought VHSs, and we watched the Mary Kate and Ashley sleepover party.
That's
all the time.
It's so funny.
All the time.
So-
We love our brother, but that's just a line they both say in unison, and like they.
Do you want to do it in unison?
Yeah.
We love our brother, but
And it's just like, and the line is for them to get cut off, but obviously the other child actor doesn't cut them off, so it's just this very awkward long line and wait. It's so good.
I had a VHS DVD, like one of those combo players, right? Where it did both, like
Oh, yeah.
back when we were in that transitional phase.
yeah.
But on the way up to college, I went over a big bump and the DVD that was in there got jammed and it got stuck. And so it was just a VHS / Josie and the Pussycats player. That was the only DVD. So through college, I watched that movie probably 4,000 times.
No,
It's awesome.
that's a very large number.
Yeah.
That means you watched it.
Every day, I just kept it looping in the
It
background.
seems like you should change your answer from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, actually, Josie and
Yeah.
the Pussycats. That's the movie I could watch forever and ever.
What a fun first podcast.
Yeah.
Everybody look at your thing. It says, oh, there's about 7 minutes left. We're winding down. You're about to pull into that Walmart parking lot and you were thinking about turning it off. Maybe you're just going to sit in your car and listen to the end. Because sometimes in life, you just don't know what you're about to do next and you need a little advice.
And when you need advice, you turn to a man known for advice. In this next segment, we let Miles, the youngest and least experienced of us, give some sage wisdom. Please enjoy. This is advice that will go for Miles with your host, Miles.
Bonsignore. What's up, my little babies?
I like that.
Are we the babies or are the listeners the babies?
Listeners.
The listeners are the babies.
But we're listeners right now.
We're yeah.
Have you ever wanted to be a clean little baby boy?
Okay, we'll bite. What? How do we become clean little baby boys?
Have you ever wanted your skin to shine?
Yeah.
I have.
Use a loofah.
Yeah. I'm on board.
Now I know what you're thinking. My hand will do just fine. It will not do just fine. The loofah is going to exfoliate your skin. Now I know what you're thinking. Soap is fine. Not all soap. Some soap is bad for you.
True.
If soap has alcohol in it, it's bad for your skin. You need to be using some sort of organic soap on a loofah And using the loofah on your skin, you will be feeling moist and clean and fresh.
Well, yeah, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, good advice.
It's
you.
weird that loofahs became gendered. It's
What?
weird that
Did they?
It's
yeah, there's-
weird that
yeah.
loofahs were known when we were
thought I
growing up
wasn't
as a
supposed to touch
woman's thing.
loofahs.
You would go to see a shower of your female friend and you'd be like,
Yeah.
"What? Oh, there's a loofah in there." It was
Yeah, I mean, 'cause
clearly
being clean's for chicks.
advertised. Yeah, it's dumb though. Yeah, everyone should have a loofah, but also change it frequently.
Yes, how often
yeah.
do you throw away your loofah?
I have never thrown away.
Miles, how are you a clean baby boy? You're rubbing your dead skin and bacteria back onto your skin.
How often should I change
Once
it?
a month.
Once a month?
Absolutely. I have had the same loofah for
Miles,
years.
you are not.
How is it stayed together?
It's fine. I
It's
don't
not
know.
like totally loose and ridiculous.
Wait, how old is this loofah, Miles?
Okay, realistically, the loofah's probably a year old.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
Miles.
bad. You got to throw. Literally, go. We're gonna give you a lunch break today to go buy a loofah.
Normally, I don't get a
Well, it's just that we leer over you and make you eat, and we watch what you eat.
No,
Wow,
in,
what
in
a
the,
great piece of advice, Miles.
Miles.
Really the authority
Really.
on
Speaking
loofahs.
with authority.
loofah.
I don't know if people know this. When we were at BuzzFeed prior to this new company and new channel, when we were at BuzzFeed, I like in the early days, I made some of those old fact videos, and like you know what I'm talking about.
Y'all did.
Yeah.
What's BuzzFeed?
It's fuzz.
But that was one of the first like fact videos I did. It was like 9 things in your house you have to throw away right now. And the loofah, they grow. It's moist. And it has all these nooks and crannies, so it just harvests bacteria.
Oh, no.
And once a month, you got to replace that thing.
Remember when you said moist?
Yeah.
That's a bad word.
That's a breeding ground.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I just buy the cheapest ones because those fall apart in about a month, and
That's
then
perfect.
That's time to get a new one.
I buy the travel size ones for my tiny body.
Yeah.
But it's because like the big ones, it takes so much to wring it out.
They make travel-sized loofahs?
Yeah, it's like the size of a fist versus the size of a fist holding a fist.
Softball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A old-
I want a baseball.
You
not-
know the old
Fist
fist
holding
a fist.
Now, how big
That's
are your
how I
steaks?
hold
Is it like a
hands.
fist or like a fist holding a fist? Maybe 3 fists?
I love this first date. I really want to hold hands with you.
What a fun first podcast.
There really was some good advice there at the end. A little misguided, but we got you. We helped
It's
it
okay.
be
It's
good.
an advice circle. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Miles
some
gives
advice.
the babies advice. We give Miles advice.
Yeah, it's nice.
What is the sensitive skin soap of your choice?
I usually use a bar of Whole Foods.
Wait, what the fuck, Miles? You said you use. I thought you use a
rub
loofah.
your
You
bar
rub
onto
a
the
bar
loofah?
on the loofah?
You're a monster.
Miles, are you kidding me?
What's wrong with you?
Miles, are you fucking kidding?
Oh
me?
my
that.
god!
What do you do? It's the
When
same.
you
But why would you
pitched
do
this
that?
segment, we thought it was going to be
I
a
put
great
the
idea.
bar of soap on the loofah till it gets sudsy, and then I put it on my body.
I will say that using a bar is better for the
Better than
environment than
liquids.
using bottles.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a piece of plastic or not.
Yeah, that's
that-
a great point.
And you
Is
shouldn't
that-
be using liquid soap in general.
I've never heard of anyone rubbing a bar onto a loofah.
I'm a freak. What can I
Do you
say?
do that? You're not sweat. You're not a.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Whenever I do use a loofah, I use a bar. I don't like liquid soap. I feel
love
like
liquid
it's
soap.
cheap and weird.
Outta
Well, I
here.
can't wait to watch you guys wash your bodies on the tour and the various ways in which you'll use a
yeah.
loofah. We'll have 4 color-coded loofahs, and we'll see who has the most bacteria at the end of the tour.
That's actually a great video.
Ooh.
That's going to be the one video we get from the
Which
tour.
try guy
Which
is
try
the
guy has
grossest?
the grossest loofah?
Whose bacteria duplicates the most in the same
It'll probably be
environment?
whoever
Who's the
is
nastiest
just the
try
grossest
guy?
after every show.
They're all
right?
going to hang on the same like shower head, so they're all going to be touching.
Yeah.
Ugh. Are we
Yeah.
gonna shower on the bus? Do you think?
Sometimes
Do
I
you
think actually
I hope so.
Are you
they
the kind of
said
guys?
we'd shower at the
You guys
theater.
Are you gonna-
morning showers or after?
I'm a morning shower for sure. Can't
Yeah.
start my day without it. Do you guys? Are you gonna get shower shoes?
No.
No.
Oh.
Well, what if you're in like? What if we're showering in like backstage of a venue that we don't know?
I don't get grossed out by that.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with it too.
I feel like it
want to
makes
get toe fungus.
no, it makes me stronger. It makes me a
I don't
strong
think
boy.
that's true.
And it's not true.
I just I rarely get sick by that stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
I
You
used
know-
to run around and eat dirt as a child.
Okay.
My
So
friend was
strong.
telling me yesterday that you should be barefoot in the grass for 5 minutes a day to feel the vibration of the earth.
That sounds
I
like a
overheard
friend
that
that's-
conversation.
What are some of the things that people can look forward to on the tour? we announced today. Tickets go on sale Friday.
Yeah.
Tryguys.com/tour.
Oh
You
my
can come
gosh,
see
Florida
us in
just
real
sold
life.
out.
They're not on sale
We're
yet.
not
Yeah, I
in
guess they aren't
Florida.
on sale yet.
We're not going to Florida.
Florida, actually, that is true. Florida
Get
is
your
totally
tickets.
sold out.
Keep picking states we're not
no
going to
tickets
be able to
left.
go
May
to.
10th at 12 p.m. Eastern. That's when all the tickets go on sale, and we're going to go all around the world. And so what people can look forward to is it's going to be a kick-ass legendary show. It's called Legends of the Internet, because we're not just going on stage and talking. We're going to give you a rock, comedy, variety, musical spectacular.
Throw in one more word.
We are going to melt
Interactive.
your faces off. It's going to be
Oh no! Well, that seems like that's about the end,
Ned
guys.
just dabbed.
Do us a favor. Do us a favor and go on those podcast stores and give us 5 stars. Here's what you should do. You should go on there, give us 5 stars, and then tell us a secret. And we'll look through all of your secrets and we'll tell the best secret on a future episode of the podcast. But you got to give us 5 stars, because if we don't have 5 stars, we'll feel like total fucking losers. And you don't want us to feel like total fucking losers, do you? No, you don't. You love us. You're about to go into Walmart and buy some cat food, and you're just waiting until this thing ends. I said 7 minutes. I meant 12. You gotta go on that store and give us 5 stars, baby. Come on now.
If you're listening to us just on a podcast, then you can see the video feed of this podcast on our new YouTube channel. If you're watching us on the YouTube channel, you can just go listen to us instead.
I will say one thing about the tour.
Say it.
No other YouTuber has or will ever have a tour like ours.
Are we the Beyonce Coachella of YouTuber tours?
No one is the Beyonce Coachella of anything besides Beyonce. But I will say we're going to deliver on something that you've never seen before from a digital group.
There's the version of this tour that we could do, and it could be easy. And we thought about doing that, and then we're like, what if we do the craziest thing possible? Like, what if there's pyrotechnics?
And we're going to have VIP meet and greets where
Yep.
you can come chat with us,
Little goodie
take
bags.
pictures with us. We'll have free stuff that we're giving out. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm amped to go across the country. I'm excited to see you guys. And anyway, all right, that's enough plugging.
I kind of cut you off, but you said pyrotechnics.
Yeah.
There will be fire.
Yeah,
There
Ned
will
in
be
full
fire.
circle. Ned's
There will
coming
be
back.
fire, and I
nice.
will juggle, and we will duck. No, we won't. But it's going to be a dope ass show. Please come see it, or else we'll feel like total fucking losers.
Only
right.
one of us can dock.
Hit us with the official TryPod theme song.
It's been great, and it's been grand. We'll see you later this summer. It's the TryPod.
Until next time, stay beautiful.